What's up? Episode 58 of the Ask Jay Show, and we are live. I'm going 2 days back to back. We're going 2 days back to back on live streaming as opposed to our other model. So it all works the same except the fact in our pre-recorded models, you get an intro from me. In live stream, you don't really get the musical intro, and you don't get my Instagram handle at the bottom of the screen or hashtag AskJ. So a few things we're missing from the live stream format, but the great part about it is that it's live. So for those of you who are up in the wee hours of the night, like myself, who tends to not get much sleep, you'll be watching this live, and everybody else will be watching a recording of this, and you'll feel like it's live because we're doing it live. So I don't know. Anyway, episode 58 of our 90-day commitment. We'll hop right into it. I have 5 questions to answer, but first I want to do our motivational message of the day, which I could not remember, and then Chris just said to start it and figure it out as I started. So I haven't quite figured it out yet. But I think what did motivate me today is I just posted a pic on Instagram from 2005 of me on a pier, and I think it was either St. Thomas or St. Martin on a cruise I went on. And this was like literally within the first year of me leaving a 10-year career as a drug dealer, as a dope boy. And I just remember that time and period of my life because I was so excited with this new transition into mortgages, and I had bought my first house. No, I bought my second house at that point, and I was going on my way to my third, I think. I might even have 3. My first house was a property that my mom stayed in Pennsylvania. My second property was a 2-family house that I purchased. And then after I rented out one of those units, or both those units, I bought another 2-family house, in which I lived in one of the units. So, I wasn't, I didn't have no money like that. I wasn't balling, but, I did step into the real estate game, and it was just good seeing my name on a freaking deed. Like, after not having done really much in my lifetime, at that point I had no real estate license either. So my credentials were low outside of street cred, right? So outside of street cred, my 2.5 years in prison and a couple, big cars I had and some nice watches and jewelry and a couple of good times in a club or something like that, I had no real credentials, right? Real world credentials. And so me getting my first property was one of the first legitimate things that I did, and that was like awesome. And then my second and third and fourth and fifth and sixth and seventh, eighth and ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, right? So that was just really cool. That started a wave for me. But I struggled that first year also. I remember after that picture, after my cruise, I didn't close a deal for like 6 months. I mean, I was in the office every day, like 7 in the morning to 7 at night, or at least leave my house at 7 in the morning. But working long days, and I didn't close anything. And that's why I always pitch patience and persistence in the numbers game to my students, because I remember going literally a whole drought where it was like I'm borrowing money from people. The owner of my mortgage company is like writing me advance checks because it's like, yo, dude, if I can't get no money here, I'm going to have to go do something else to get some money. And although I'm working really hard, I believe in this real estate thing, I just didn't have enough to cover ends meet. I really didn't. And so I literally went broke and into borrowing before I really cracked the floodgates open in real estate. Although I did own 3 properties at the time, right? So I had properties, but I didn't have any cash flow, any substantial cash flow. They weren't even good deals that I bought. I didn't know anything about buying a good deal for real. There was no one to mentor me or guide me. I had a realtor who was just interested in getting a check from me. So he basically convinced me or aided me in buying this house that was overvalued and didn't provide any good, rental returns. Another realtor was lazy, whatever. The realtor's job was to show me a house, get a commission check, right? So it was no one, they weren't guiding me, they weren't consulting me, they weren't advising me really. And so my first 3 deals, again, one was for my mom and 2 were multifamilies. They weren't good real estate deals. I would never advise my students to buy what I purchased. Or at least not doing it, understanding what they're going into, right? That's why I love the mentorship that we offer, is because it's like for real, it's from the heart. It's like with great intentions. So anyway, long story short, I was cash poor, although I had a few assets. And my persistence did pay off, and I end up, after that 6-month drought, I had like a crazy run and made a, I want to curse, but we'll just keep it PG. Made a ton load of money, and started to build my cash revenue and my assets. But it taught me a lot. So I guess I'll say the story within that story is, okay, the patience, persistence, and all that, cool. It's always a story. It's always the case in entrepreneurship and business ownership or in accomplishing anything. It may not go right the first, third, fourth, fifth time around, but you have to stay with it, right? But I think the larger part of that story for me was the sacrifices I was willing to make while I was grinding and achieving my goals. So many of you may have heard of other engagements, speaking engagements of mine, like during that time period, I had a lot of nice clothes, some jewelry and things that were kind of like left over from my experience in the streets. But again, I didn't have any cash. I had a hoopty, right? I don't know if you guys know what a hoopty is. At least that's what we say here in Jersey, but was basically a get around beater car. This is 2005, and I had a 1993 Mercury Grand Marquis with a rag top as a car. Rag top, Mercury Grand Marquis, 93. Old, like grandpa's joint. And not make it so bad, my Mercury Grand Marquis had no CD player. So I used to listen to Young Jeezy and my other artists, Jay-Z, whoever. I used to listen to them Fab on a portable DVD player in my car. I couldn't play CDs. I had to play my actual music on a portable DVD player. That's how I rode to work. And then taking my daughter to the city, my daughter who's now 16, she used to be a kid's model when she was like 7 or whatever the age I was at that time. And in New York City, a truck sideswiped me and knocked my driver's side door handle off. So in that same car, I had no driver's side door handle. I had to literally stick my finger in the door to open it. And then in that same car, I was selling dope on 100 and Avon in Newark. And we had a line of customers, so to speak, waiting to get their early morning fix. And I had the dope, the heroin, locked in the glove compartment of the car, and the key wouldn't open the glove compartment. So here I am in Newark, smack in the middle of the hood on the south side, with me and my hustle partner at the time. I'll leave him nameless for right now. And because I don't know what he's up to right now, so we don't got to put anything out there. But a line of customers waiting, and I was sitting here behind this project building, and it's just getting real suspicious and looking crazy. So I just literally, I don't know what I used, but I broke the glove compartment open because I couldn't afford to keep playing around with the key or get locked up or whatever. So anyway, I never got the glove compartment fixed, so I just tied a shoestring through the hole and tied my glove compartment up. So a shoestring held my glove compartment together while my driver's side door handle was knocked off, while I'm in this 93 Mercury Grand Marquis, and why I don't have any CD player. And that's the same car that I left the streets in and went into real estate in, right? So like that was my journey into real estate. I used to park my car around the corners to go see clients. So just saying that my grind was for real and my persistence was for real. And when everybody laughed at me, when everybody doubted me, and when everybody thought whatever their opinions was, and people are gonna have opinions of you, what you're driving now, what you're dressing now, your suit's too baggy, you're this, you're that, whatever, man, you ain't gotta worry about none of that. Just stay focused on what you gotta do and execute. And that's just what I believe in. It's the same thing now. Like, no matter what trial, tribulations, hurdles, adversity, whatever I go through now, it's like, I'm not happy about it every day. I'm not saying you're not human, you don't get frustrated or whatever the case is, but by all means, I already know if you're willing to succeed and strong enough, you won't fail, especially if you got the knowledge base and you got hustle. And so that's, I guess, all encompassing my motivational message today. Is like, in real life, it's hard day to day. So I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. It's going to be super hard, and you're going to want to give up, and you're going to hate it, a lot of it, but damn, it'll be worth it if you cash out on your dreams. Not necessarily financially cash out, but just meaning accomplish your dreams. So for me, I just remember that vividly. So looking at my Instagram, for those of you who don't follow me, it's at Mr. J Morrison. For those of you who do follow me, just take a peek. Looking at that Instagram Throwback Thursday pic, it's a picture of me literally, I would say 5 months from my retirement of drug dealing, retirement of being this dope boy, retirement of just that mentality, right? I really put that whole mentality besides me. It wasn't just that I stopped selling drugs. I really said I quit the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I don't want nothing to do with that. And so anyway, that picture is 5 months after that, exiting that lifestyle, and several months before I actually started gaining traction in real estate. So and it was a weird time for me because I still felt like the man. I mean, financially the man. I was just used to always having money or being able to get money or thousands a day. And now was a point where I got this slow money in real estate. And it's like, what the hell? Like, I'm used to being I used to see cash every day, or at least every few days picking up cash. And now I'm in real estate where it's like, you're trying to close a deal and it's like, and then people are, one of my mentors, when the first thing they told me is, you got to remember, in real estate, you're 90 days away. You're 30 to 90 days away from every check in real estate. I mean, obviously there's exceptions to that, but that's really the mind frame, is that you may start a deal now and not close for 30 to 90 days, 120, 180 days. It may take you 220 days to close a deal, to get a $3,000 check or $7,000 check, or it might be a $70,000 check. It might be a $100,000 check. That's the great part about it, is you're only one deal away if it's the right deal. But it's the patience, persistence, and focus in the meanwhile while you're waiting to close on something. And that's just real estate, but it goes for every business, right? And starting a business, and our mentors talk about it in the academy. Our business mentor, Aisha Rodriguez, talks about how, 8 out of 10 businesses, new startup businesses, fail. And then there's a learning curve, and there's really a success curve in businesses. The first year, you're probably going to lose money. The second year, you're likely to break even. And the third year is when you're likely to see a profit, if you see a profit. So it takes time to pull off a grind. It just does. It just takes, and you may get blessed and lucky and pop off quick. It does happen. But you got to be in a mind frame of that. It's just not that sweet. So I'm proud. That's what made me stronger, made me the me that I am. Like, I went through that. I endured that. Like, when everybody thought that I'll be back on the corner or back in jail or back whatever, I endured a whole new industry that no one was willing to show me how to maneuver in. I can't say no one. I did have a couple people that did show me, so I can't say anyone. But I'm just saying, it wasn't trendy. It wasn't popular. It wasn't because the whole market was doing it. It wasn't because I watched the infomercial. It wasn't because none of that. It was because, like, I had to make a change for myself and put my talent somewhere else besides the corner or 95 South. And I did that. And by God's grace, I did that. So just saying that you all can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. I certainly believe that. And I've done more things I could talk about forever in my life as well. But it's just the perseverance, man. It's persevering the grind. It's weathering the storm. That is the true trooper in all of us, that I want to, I guess, motivate you in this long motivational message of Ask Jay. Is like, bring that true trooper, that true thoroughbred out of you to weather the storm. So that's why I like the live platform. I can talk as much as I want to talk. And we know I like to talk. So I like to teach. And I don't have to worry about, it being long and it bothering my edit or how I upload the videos. I'm going to be up all night waiting for it to upload. And so now we can just get right to it. So we're going to go into 5 questions that Brandon Wigley, the Vice President of Operations for J. Morrison Real Estate Partners, he sent me. He sends me these every day. I don't read them, so there'll be 5 questions I will freestyle the answers to based off my best knowledge. And for any of you who want real estate consulting, business consulting, or realtor consulting, meaning that you actually get to kick it with me like this, but just about you and me dissecting your situation, and you want that kind of one-on-one coaching or training, just simply go to jmrepartners.com, right? So it's like JMRE, like J. Morrison Real Estate Partners.com. And my team will give you a free consultation and speak with you about how we can service you, whether it be one-on-one with me or one of our certified coaches and partners. So first question is from YouTube, and that's D. Dathis. Ask, can a credit mastery course be completed sooner than the 6-month course period? As an example, 2 months. No, it cannot. It is a 6-month course, a 26-week course with gradual progression to teach you how to be a master at understanding and utilizing and taking advantage of credit and leveraging credit, right? Business and personal credit. So it is a 6-month course with 6 months of mentorship calls as well. and your access to your private community with other people in the course. So nope, we're going to do it by the rules. Also from YouTube, R. Brown. What does it mean when a queen tells you that she needs a break? It means she done, fam. She done, king. Nah, if a queen tells you that she needs a break, I mean, there's some other priorities in her life she wants to focus on. Doesn't mean another king. It could just be she wants to focus on her career, maybe learning, school, kids, I don't know, family or whatever. But I always find it, and I haven't really had this happen much in my life, but if a queen does want to break, and you feel you're a great person, or anybody wants a break from you, let them have a break. Let them miss you. Let them have it their way, and you go be the incredible person that you are, and that you're being mentored to be, and they'll be back one way or another, as friends or otherwise. They'll be back. That's been my experience anyway. So also from IG, Reese15 asks, do you look for something specific when inspecting homes, or you just look and see what catches your eye? So I should be in Pennsylvania on behalf of Jay Morrison Real Estate Partners, one of our asset management clients. I'm going to personally evaluate a deal for him this weekend. At the same time, I have I have a Day with Jay client, right? So I do a Day with Jay for coaching clients who book an entire day with me, entire 8 hours with me. I'm doing breakfast, lunch, all the way through working sessions, walking through properties, whatever they want to do, basically. So basically, I lend out my time. And so anyway, this Saturday, we will be actually walking through a property that one of my clients is purchasing, or that our company is purchasing in conjunction with him. And so I may periscope that or definitely record it to some degree. So look out for that live inspection. But other than that, though, I want to say, in walking through a house, I'm not an inspector, I'm not a contractor. I do have experience doing renovations and building, etc. But what I mainly look for when I teach my students to look for is just for anything major that's wrong with the property that stands out to you. Look for mold, look for leaks in the roof, look for or leaks in the ceiling, which would indicate there's some kind of probably leaks in the roof. That's it. I just kind of take general notes, and I can compare those notes with my contractors. I don't go out and try to be the expert. I just become the expert at hiring experts. And so the walkthrough gives me a perspective of, and when you get good at it, you don't even have to do a walkthrough, because you could trust your team on the ground to do the walkthrough for you. But a walkthrough just gives me a perspective of comparing notes and understanding the general condition of the property. Nothing too fancy to it. Facebook, Natasha Stokes asks, what social media platform do you think is best to brand yourself? And Natasha, I have to say that depends on what demographic you are going for, and then what kind of business you have. Like Facebook caters a certain demographic, LinkedIn, a certain demographic, Instagram, certain demographic, Snapchat, Periscope, right? So it depends what your business is, what your business model is, and who is your niche audience. That would be who you would focus your attention to. If it's more of a, I guess, middle class, higher educated, and middle aged, Facebook tends to be more towards that demographic. If it's a younger demographic, IG, LinkedIn for a more professional demographic, and Snapchat for a younger demographic. It depends on who you're really trying to reach. Just ask some quick little notes for you. And then last question from Facebook, also Larry Thornton. What can we expect from the new Jay Morrison Academy? So very good question. Great way to end, Larry. So with the new Jay Morrison Academy, one of the biggest things you can expect is our comprehensive wealth mastery course. And so I only opened it up to Jay Morrison Academy students and those who are on my email list and who are within our VIP kind of list or whatever. But I'm thinking, I talked to my advisory board, and I think we're going to open it up into the entire public. And it's basically an 18-month course that consists of 2 courses at a time, 6 months each, if that makes sense. So over the 18 months, you'll take the first 2 courses, which is credit mastery and residential real estate. And you'll understand everything about residential real estate, from buying your first house to financing it to FHA to how you wholesale, flip contracts, find buyers, find sellers, brand your business, start your business, manage contractors, become a landlord, flip properties, bring in private partners, use hard money. Like, you learn all that in residential real estate. You learn everything about credit and credit mastery, from the highest FICO to the lowest FICO. How do you get trade lines? How do you get secure cards? How do you use them properly? How do you piggyback credit through authorized user trade lines, right? Just everything. Business credit. How do you get your DUNS number? How do you build business credit, right? So you learn all these things in credit. That'll be your first 26 weeks. You learn, get those 2 courses simultaneously. And then your second 6 months in the academy of this 18-month wealth mastery program, the second 6 months, you're going to get your business startup and stocks and finance course. And you really understand in the stocks and finance course the value of money, how to set up a retirement for yourself, how to build your financial team, understanding the stock markets and how it works. In a business startup, you're going to understand the top 10 reasons, or not even 10, but the top reasons small businesses fail, and how do you mitigate those failures, and how do you actually start a business that can be successful. And then after that 6 months, you go into your third phase, which is our commercial real estate and our business mastery course, which covers the scaling up of real estate and purchasing commercial real estate and developing a commercial real estate business, and also business mastery, how to acquire businesses, franchises, systematize business, scale your business, sell your business for money, right? So I want to cover all of that. And I think that's what I'm most excited about, is the fact that I took my time, I brought in experts outside of myself, people that I vetted, and I feel could give you guys great information, and really built out the school as I always seen it from my vision 2 years ago. And now we're going to our third year. And so I'm really excited to see the change in people's lives and their finances and just their knowledge base from having such a comprehensive course. Because at the end of the day, where the hell do we learn where to build wealth at? We don't learn it at home. 90+% of us, we don't learn it in high school or middle school, and we don't learn it in college. You don't learn it in the workforce. So where do you learn how to actually, where do you learn these 6 areas of wealth expertise? Like, where do you learn it at? And so our school. And that's what I'm so excited about, is really to roll out the full vision of my school. And so I'm working on campaigns for it about bridging the wealth gap. You know, statistics show, especially among African Americans, that the average median family wealth for an African American household is $6,000. Is the average median wealth for an African American household, $6,000. Whereas our European American counterparts, the average family wealth in their households is over $91,000. So 6,000 versus 91,000. It's a big gap there. And so that's just really why I really realized, like, I have a lot of social points to my whole message. I'm not going to go into a lot of things, social and political and everything else, but probably what I'm most passionate about, most fired up about, and what I want to attack the most is how we actually can bridge the wealth gap. I understand how to do it. I've done it. I lived it. I've seen both sides and all sides of the fence, all 4 sides, below, up, over, right, left, whatever. And so I just want to give that knowledge back, and not just general knowledge, but actual blueprints and steps and all that other kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to that in the academy, is actually building better families and family wealth, and building better Black people in regards to, and obviously the academy is for everyone. We don't discriminate. I do have to have a focus on African American people because of the facts I just stated to you. And there's other stats that support that. Like, it's freaking nuts. So I do want our schools to be able to cater towards the needs of African Americans and minorities, Hispanics, Black and brown people, and poor anybody people. I do want to be able to give everyone a great knowledge base in regards to financial literacy and wealth building. I mean, it's very simple. Once you understand money, and you understand credit, you understand real estate, you understand business, and you understand how they all work in the system and how you have to work it, and how do you, I mean, once you get all that, you can go out there and make things happen for yourself. But if you don't get it, you're going to always be stuck in a 9-to-5 and living check to check, and no budget, and no emergency fund, and no stocks, no retirement, no insurances to pay for your assets in case something happens to you, so your family don't got to scrape up money to bury you, and You won't. I mean, you won't have any cash flow, no rental income. You won't understand how to leverage properties, how to leverage financing. Like, you won't get any of that stuff because it's all gonna go over your head. So I'm excited to be able to really lay down a foundation and create and have created a institution that can teach us what we need to know, and at the same time still be me. And you know, I love who I am right now in the sense of following my purpose. I'm authentic. I'm not trying to be more anything than I am. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm in suit and ties, and y'all see me suit and ties. Sometimes I'm in a t-shirt. Sometimes I'm in a hoodie and a sweatsuit. That's just me. But I am who I am, and I'm passionate about what I'm passionate about, and I know what I know, and I've accomplished what I've accomplished. So it's like, no matter what, nobody can take anything from me but God. And so with that, I'm just happy to follow my purpose and just be an example to those who can relate to me. And there may be 100 people or 100,000, could be 100 million. We'll see. So that's it, man. Appreciate you guys on this episode 58 of the Ask Jay Show, live stream edition. We'll see how you guys like this, and if it works, maybe we'll keep it up. I don't know, maybe we'll switch back and forth. We'll go to the other platform. But as always, first and foremost, I love y'all. You know, I do this for my audience, people that can relate to me, or people that want inspiration from me or education or information from me. I'm willing to give back. I love it. I mean, I owe. I mean, I've gotten 3 chances to do this life thing right, by the grace of God, and so I owe to do what I do. You know, that's my deal that me and him made. So I just gotta do what I gotta do. I mean, that is to empower his people, which is my people. And so with that, I'm saying I do it from the heart. And as far as Ask Jay is concerned, make sure you like the video, make sure you share the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you comment below. And let me know what you guys think about this episode, what you think about episodes in general. Make sure you're sharing it on your Facebooks and Twitter, saying, hey, check this Ask Jay thing out. It's not too bad. And let's grow the platform. And that's it. I guess we out. I'll see what comment you guys got for tomorrow. Remember, hashtag Ask Jay on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, or YouTube, and my team will pull your questions, and you guys can be a part of this dialogue with us. So I'll see you tomorrow for episode 59. Remember, 90 days, and it's a wrap. So get it while you can. Get it while you live. All right, peace.